Legacy Sports Network presents Houston Area High School Basketball. Brought to you by Texan Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram GMC Buick. We hear you. Also brought to you by Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Honest. United Community Credit Union. Be united. Quick Assist. We sell your tickets fast and at the best price. Mr. Electric. We've got the power to make things better. And by the Alanis Real Estate Group. We are real estate. Now, let's go to the basketball gym.
Well, good evening, Houston area high school basketball fans, and welcome to the Legacy Sports Network live coverage of an absolute showdown in the UIL 6A Division I Region 3 Girls Playoffs. This is Jeff Kemps alongside Paul Sanchez, bringing you all the action from Clearbrook High School Gym in Friendswood, Texas, where the North Shore Mustangs take on the Pearland Dawson Eagles in the area round. It's Friday Night Lights on the hardwood, playoff basketball at its finest. The Mustangs from Galena Park, North Shore, arrived battle-tested and ready to make some noise, backed by their unstoppable Mustang Nation crowd that's traveled in force here tonight. On the other side, the Pearland Dawson Eagles are flying high with one of the top records in the region, loaded with talent and looking to keep their deep run dreams alive. This neutral site battle is winner take all. The victor punches their ticket to next week's regional semifinals against the Jersey Village Falcons. One more win and you're 2 steps closer to state. Pre-game is underway right now with tip-off set for 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have live stats, stories, and every play-by-play moment as these two greater Houston powerhouses clash. Stay locked in with Legacy Sports Network, your home for the best in Texas high school sports playoff basketball. North Shore Mustangs versus Pearland Dawson Eagles right here on Legacy Sports Network. My favorite color analyst who knows basketball inside and out and has been with me since day one calling high school basketball, my partner and friend Paul Sanchez. Paul, I know you're as excited as I am tonight. What are your thoughts coming into this game this evening?
Well, this is a rematch of last year's second round where Dawson was en route to their region finals where they played Summer Creek. Now they're one of the favorites to get back to that stage, but it has to start with this game in round 2. And both of these teams, after coming off a round 1 win, they're looking for more. They're trying to make this season prolong. And you said it's a winner go home. Friday night, this is what it's all about. Late February, this is when it gets going.
Well, when we come back, Paul and I will dive more into this fantastic playoff matchup here in a moment. Stay with us. You're listening to Playoff Pregame Show here on the Legacy Sports Network.
DeRoche Partners LLP, located in Houston and Dallas, offers a complete range of tax assurance and consulting services to a diverse portfolio of clients. Their team is dedicated to the highest ethics of our profession with a commitment to excellence. This is accomplished by putting an emphasis on providing superior professional services specifically tailored to meet the needs of our clients. DeRoche Partners aim to provide valuable insight, effective solutions, and maintain long-lasting business relationships. Their high recruiting standards and culture of excellence is uncommon and unrivaled. They want to wish all the student athletes good luck. Visit DeRoche Partners on the web at dpllp.cpa.
All right, Paul, let's dive into these two teams. These two teams played back in mid-November with Dawson winning 53-30. Dawson Eagles coming in with a record of 33-3, winning Monday night 70-21 over Ridgepoint. They've won their last 5 in a row, but they've also won 17 of their last 18 since November 25th. The North Shore Mustangs coming in with a record of 22-11. They won Tuesday night, beating Clear Fall Knights 40-35. They were led by Kobe Johnson, scoring 16 points, but they were really led by their defense of Shamir Bailey in that game, where she also added 7 points to the box score. Going to definitely need a repeat performance from both of these players and others on the team here to come away with a victory tonight versus Dawson, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it's been a really good season for Dawson. 33-3 is a really impressive mark. And whenever the bracket came out, I think everybody was kind of looking ahead to what could be a potential matchup in the region final from what it was last year, Summer Creek versus Dawson. If this is the year for Dawson, then this is the year for Dawson, because whenever you looked at their team last year, they were really young and they were almost there, but then they lost to that Summer Creek squad who was just unstoppable down that stretch. But it all has to start with this game right here and what you said with North Shore. They have to make it muddy, and they have to make it dirty, not in the sense of the way they play, but just in a low-scoring game, because that's the only way North Shore is going to win this game. The 17 games they've played this season where they've held opponents fewer to 40 points or less, they're 15-2, so it has to be a one where they can't get in a shootout with them. And that's what happened in the first matchup between these two. They're scoring 53, and then North Shore only scored 30. This is a team that struggles offensively. They just couldn't get it going. So there's highlighted by a lot of players on both sides that are going to need to step up. And, you know, North Shore, I liked what I saw defensively from them Tuesday night against Clear Falls. They're going to have to cover up a lot more because there's a lot more talent on either side this time.
Well, when we come back, we'll chat with Paul and ask him what players he's looking forward to watching here. You're listening to Playoff Basketball on the Legacy Sports Network.
If you're tired of sorting through online directories and classified ads to find your perfect home, look no further than Elio Alanis and his team with the Alanis Real Estate Group. Elio is a local real estate agent in Houston and also a CE King alum, and he just wants to help you find the perfect home for your family. Ditch the stress of going to viewing after viewing only to be let down. Connect with Elio Alanis and the Alanis Real Estate Group. Go to wearehtx.com to learn more. The Alanis Real Estate Group, we are real estate.
All right, we're coming back here at the break. Paul, there's a couple players on this Dawson Eagle team I'm looking forward to hearing you talk about. Kendall Ford and Journey Lovett.
Yeah, two-headed monster for these Eagles squad. Kendall Ford, will start with her senior guard, 5'8", Agent Zero. That's what they call her, committed to Tarleton State. She has over 1.5 thousand points and over 1,000 rebounds in her career. Four-year letterman on the varsity level, was the 2024-25 district MVP. And, you know, she's a really good player. She does everything all around. She can score, she can pass, she gets down defensively, has patented moves in her bag that have just produced highlights this season. And then you give with the length as well with Journey Lovett, number 5, senior forward, 6 foot. She's committed to Bradley, so 2 D1 players on this team. And then overall, this is a really good team. They have what it takes to get to a regional final, but also to go past that step whenever they can get to a state semifinal and a final, because this is the year that it should happen. They're all seniors. They have really good front court depth as well, and they have a rising sophomore guard that I'm really excited to see with Aubriana Howard tonight. And then you talk about somebody who's also next in line with number 24, Faith Etienne, junior 6-foot guard. She's on the FAM hoop circuit, one of the most popular Adidas hoop circuit for women's basketball. You expect her to get going this summer as well, but then they have so much depth and so much talent that North Shore, they're just going to have to combat it defensively. And we talked about it with Shamir Bailey and Janiah Coleman. They have to set the tone with the way they played defensively on Tuesday night. They were getting beat in the gaps for passes. Tonight is going to be about the dribble drive, because these guards can get down the corner and get around you quick and easily. So they're going to have to really commit on both sides of the ball, have good communication on the backside, because there's a lot of height and a lot of length on that side that I don't know if Keitra Burrow can account for just herself. So Kobe Johnson, we talk about her offensively. I think this is going to have to be a game for her where she's going to count on her defensively as well. You need at least 15 from her tonight, but you're also going to need a couple of stops from her tonight with key guards whenever you're seeing her on matchups with Journey Lovett, because that's going to be a good matchup like we saw on Clear Falls on Tuesday night. So it's going to be really interesting. Like I said, it's going to have to be a really low-scoring game. It can't get into the upper 40s or 50s, or this is just not going to be a game that North Shore can compete with tonight.
So, you know, Paul, the other night we watched Kobe Johnson versus Kendall King. Who do you think she's going to be guarded up against tonight against the Dawson Eagles?
Well, in talking with Coach Basin, he said that Kobe Johnson took that matchup personal starting the second half, and you could really see Kendall King was really limited in the second half compared to the first half when she had that quick 9-0 run, and then Kobe Johnson started to get going. We've seen it lately from Kobe Johnson where she starts getting a little bit more offensively minded when the game goes down the stretch. I think you're going to need that same intensity from the tip. You're going to need that from the first tip, and then you're going to need it be consistently from here. We can't have these stretches where there's droughts, and we can't have these stretches where Clear Falls, they got held to 9 points through the second and third quarter, and that was ultimately what bit them in the foot in that game. And then that was North Shore's highest scoring quarters with 10 and 12 in the second and third quarter. They're going to need to consistently be in the higher single digits, or at least 11 to 12 points a quarter to keep up with Dawson. But that is so hard whenever we talk about those two guards that average 15 points a game. So it's going to be hard to combat. This is going to be a really muddy game if North Shore wants to compete with this one. But Dawson, they look like the state championship team so far.
Well, when we come back, we're going to have the opening tip and the starting lineups here on the playoff action here for area round playoffs for girls basketball here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Buying or selling a home can be a bit overwhelming. That is where Alanis Real Estate Group steps in, with the help of CE King alum Elio Alanis. From the city to the suburbs and the greater Houston area, you can trust Elio Alanis. He'll work with you to find what best fits your needs, your goals, and more importantly, your budget. Elio Alanis has a reputation for exceptional customer service and making your home buying or selling experience a smooth transaction. Visit him on the web at wearehtx.com. The Alanis Real Estate Group. We are real estate.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Real cheese, real hot, real taste is what we've got. Real fresh, real fast. All those other pizzas are a thing of the past. Mr. Gatti's Pizza in Houston on Uvalde Road offers a wide selection on their daily fast feast, all-you-can-eat pizza, pasta, salad, and dessert buffet. Don't forget about the entertainment center for the kids. Games, games, and games. Open for lunch or dinner. Gotta get Gatti's. Mr. Gatti's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Honest.
You've got tickets to the game, but something comes up. Maybe the boss sends you on the road, the kids have practice, or you just can't make the drive. That's where Quick Assist steps in. With one tap, your seats hit every major ticket marketplace at once. No more juggling apps, no more wasted time. Quick Assist, it takes the hassle out of resale and puts cash in your pocket. Pro or college sports, it's all covered. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on the LSN website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. Life happens. Maybe a work trip, a family event, or you just want to watch the game at home. Don't let the tickets go to waste. With Quick Assist, your seat gets listed for sale on every major marketplace simultaneously. No more juggling apps or stressing over resale. We make it fast and hassle-free, so you save time and put money back in your pocket. From pro to college, Quick Assist has you covered. Download the Quick Assist app by scanning the QR code on our Legacy Sports Network website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. When life gets in the way, a work trip, family plans, or even bad weather, don't let your tickets go to waste. Quick Assist makes it simple. Your seats are listed on every major marketplace at the same time, saving you the hassle and putting money back in your pocket. Whether it's the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, or NCAA, we've got you covered. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere.
All right, welcome back here to the Clearbrook High School for the UIL 6A Region 3 Division 1 area round basketball game here tonight. For the Dawson Eagles, the starting lineup: Kendall Ford, the senior, 5'8". Journey Levitt, the senior, 6 foot. Mia Barr, the senior, 5'3". Aubriana Howard, the sophomore, 5'5". And Faith Etienne, the junior, 6 foot. For the North Shore Mustangs, that's senior Charmaine Bailey. At senior Janiyah Coleman. Kobe Johnson, the senior as well, scoring 13 points a game. Kristen Davis, the senior, at 5'8". And Keetro Burrow, the senior, at center tonight as well. We're about ready to start here. Opening action here tonight, Paul. Should be a fun game. I think you're right. Dawson Eagles average 67 points a game. Definitely need to have the North Shore Mustangs work on the defense here in this game this evening.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. We know that Kobe Johnson can get hers, but who else is going to step up on the other side? Could it be Keetra Burrow? We've seen Gabrielle Jackson. We've seen Tia Bass step up. I think it's going to have to come by committee. And in the last game, Brelow Anderson hit a couple of big-time shots. It's going to come down to somebody hitting an early big shot in the game on the North Shore side that Coach Basin is going to stick with.
So we're going to have the opening tip by Kobe Johnson and Faith Etienne. The North Shore Mustangs going from right to left on the radio dial, and the Dawson Eagles going from left to right. And North Shore gets the opening tip. Charmaine Bailey coming across the timeline. Over to the right side to Janiyah Coleman, being guarded by Mia Barr. She stopped, holding the ball, looking for a pass where to go. Gets out to Keetro Burrow in between the two circles. She's dribbling slowly. Kendall Ford is guarding her. Back to Kobe Johnson on the right wing. Kobe Johnson now being guarded by Kendall Ford. Back to Janiyah Coleman in between the two circles. She's dribbling slowly, guarded by Barr. Here's a steal by Dawson Eagles, and it's going to be a kicking, and it's still going to be North Shore ball.
Very fortunate on that first possession. Got out in the passing lane. Did kick the ball out, but miscommunication with between two guards at the top.
So North Shore's going to inbound the ball right in front of the Dawson Eagle bench. Janiyah Coleman's going to inbound the ball with Mia Barr guarding her. No score here so far in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us on the Legacy Sports Network. Keetro Burrow on the left wing at the arc. Here's a shot by Kobe Johnson, and she's fouled as she takes a shot.
Yeah, stagger screen for Kobe Johnson coming around the left side. Keetro Burrow waiting on that handoff pass, fouling the body contact. She'll get 3 at the line. So good for her to get that touch early in the offense. We've seen a couple of plays so far to try to get her going early, and that's what you need to do if you're Coach Basin.
So she's going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Puts her right foot forward, left foot back, spins, first shot up, swish. Puts the score 1-0 North Shore. She still has 2 more free throws to go. Curtis Basin, the coach for the North Shore Mustangs, with a record of 22-11 on the season, 10-4 in district play. Misses the second free throw. Third opportunity here for a second free throw and she makes the second free throw. 2-0 North Shore with the lead here to start. Coming down the court. This is on the left side. That is Faith Etienne. Back out here to Kendall Ford. Kendall Ford back out here to Lovett. Lovett in between the two circles. Figuring things out. Pass it over to the right side. Back over. We're going to shoot, and we take a 3-pointer by Lovett. Nice
patience,
shot.
yeah, patience by the guards right there. Lovett was just passing it back to the top and then waited for her defender on the 1-3-1, not communicate back over to her and roll over in recovery. Gets the wide open shot and then forces a quick turnover, and it will be Eagles ball again. So
North Shore throws the ball out of bounds. Going to be Dawson Eagle ball. 6:51 left to play here in the quarter. Dawson up 3-2. Over to the left side. This is now Aubriana Howard to Lovett on the right wing. Back out to Howard. She's driving. Back out to Lovett. Lovett being guarded by Bailey. Now in between the two circles. This is Howard. Over to the left side. This is Faith Etienne driving on the lane. Left-hander up and good.
Wow, tough move by Etienne. Just going through the body of Burrow.
So 5-2, Dawson with the lead. Here comes North Shore across the timeline. Kristen Davis on the left side. She's going to get double-teamed action, and she's going to step out of bounds. It's going to be Dawson ball. Good defense there, Paul, by the Dawson Eagles on the North Shore Mustangs.
Yeah, both teams open up with press on inbound and plays. So far, Eagles have been connecting on it, forcing 2 turnovers on consecutive.
Dawson Eagles coming in tonight, 33-3, coached by Gary Douglas, averaging 67 points a game. So this is Howard. Bouncing it over to the right side. Nice quick pass down low, but can't make it, and we're going to get a foul on Keetro Burrow.
Yeah, and this 1-3-1, both wings are having a lot of trouble. That was Kobe Johnson assignment. Great pass by Ford, finding her woman at the dunker spot, and she'll get awarded with 2 free throws. But both wings have to start communicating. We saw an open 3 on the first possession. Now you had a really wide open shot.
So this is the junior Faith Etienne at the line. She makes the first free throw. She has 3 points here so far. Coming into the game for the North Shore Mustangs, Tia Bass coming in for Keetro Burrow. Quick early substitution for Keetro Burrow. Second free throw coming for Faith Etienne. 6-2, Dawson with the lead. Here's the second free throw, up and good. 7-2 lead here for the Dawson Eagles. We're going to have pressure here by Dawson. Kristen Davis getting the ball into Charmaine Bailey. She's on the right side. Pass to Tia Bass. She's driving off to the left side. Janiyah Coleman for 3. No good. And here come the Dawson Eagles coming back down the court quickly. Cruising down. This is going to be Lovett for 3. In and out. No good. And we're coming back down the court. This is Janiyah Coleman on the left side. Kristen Davis in between the two circles, trying to drive off to Coleman on the left side. Now to Kobe Johnson. She's trying to drive back out. Here's Kristen Davis. She's thought about shooting a three. She's on the baseline. She's going to step out of bounds, and it's going to be still Dawson ball.
That's the second time that Kristen Davis has stepped on the baseline on the left side, and we're seeing the different looks that Kobe Johnson has started with the game. She had Kendall Ford on her, and this time Faith Etienne, and I really like what I've seen so far from Faith Etienne. Junior, 6 foot, has really good size. We talked about her. She's next in line after these senior guards for Dawson move on to the next level, but she's really showing her impact on both sides of the ball right now.
Dawson with the lead, 7-2 over North Shore. 5:15 left to play here in the quarter. Janiyah Coleman guarding Howard, coming across the timeline. Off to the right side to Ford. Ford on the right wing, gives it off, and almost stolen there by Breland Anderson, who's coming to the game for the North Shore Mustangs. This is Howard driving on the right side, stolen by Coleman. Here comes Coleman coming down the court quickly in transition. She's going to slow things down. Back out to Charmin Bailey. Off to Breland Anderson. She's got an opening, stops, back to Bailey. Bailey driving in the free throw line, and we're going to call a blocking foul on Ford.
Yeah, and that's the right call. Ford was moving her feet. They were whipping the ball around. Shamir Bailey tried to drive into the lane. And we've seen these early substitutions. Breland Anderson, that's one thing. That's one name I wanted to keep an eye on. She's been performing really good in the past 3 games for the Mustang squad. Maybe get a couple of good looks at the three-point line, get her going.
Trying to inbound the ball to Kobe Johnson. High pass, she can't get it. Here comes the Dawson Eagles coming down the court. This is Ford quickly down the line, puts it off the glass, and good.
Yeah, that's what she's known for, that Euro step in transition. Hard to account for that. Even takes the body contact and finishes through.
So Dawson's going to have the lead when we're going to take a timeout. Dawson with the lead, 9-2. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Dawson 9, North Shore 2, 4:37 left to play here in the first quarter. Paul, I tell you what, the North Shore Mustangs only 1 shot so far. Dawson 3 of 4 from the field already.
Yeah, they've forced a lot of turnovers even before the half-court line. Good defensive intensity from either Ford or Lovett, really stopping Kobe Johnson, who's the main offensive threat on the Mustang side. And this is very contrast to what we're seeing for North Shore. Even though they're not a good shooting team, they like to put up shots, and that's one thing I like Coach Bason's approach. Put up something, and it might go in, but you might also get a second chance opportunity.
So Bailey with the ball. She's driving, trying to drive on Howard. Howard goes around the screen by Kobe Johnson. She's stuck, looking for help. Throws it way across court to Janiyah Coleman inside the three-point marker. Back to Bailey. 4:12 left to play. Dawson with the lead. 9-2. Coleman's got the ball in between the two circles, being guarded by Barr. She's trying to drive on Barr over the right side, and it's taken hand by Kendall Ford. Had an opportunity for it, but still going to be North Shore ball.
Yeah, well, I know why they're not getting these shots up and early right now. It's because of the length and the recovery from the Eagles squad, and usually we see North Shore put up their shots early, but the recovery is there and the closeouts are there, so that's why they haven't been able to take contested shots.
So Coleman trying to get the ball in quickly, finally does to Johnson. Johnson off to Coleman. Coleman driving. Here's Breland Anderson for 3. Oh, can't make it. And here come the Dawson Eagles. Stop. This is Kendall Ford. Picks up the dribble in the backcourt. She's stuck. Throws it out to Lovett. Lovett trying to drive on Bailey. Spin move. Blocked by Bailey. Nice block there by Bailey. Here comes Janiyah Coleman in transition. Back to Bailey. Back to Tia Bass. To Breland Anderson. Bass for 3. Good.
Wow. Really good set and really good patience in transition. Eagles were late on recovery. Good job going back and forth between Anderson and Bass. Bass is the first Mustang to hit a big-time 3.
That breaks the run of 9-0. Here's a three-pointer by the Dawson Eagles.
Cool.
Good. Banks it in. That is Faith Etienne with the bank shot. That's 7 of the 12 points she has for the Dawson Eagles.
I really like her, and you're starting to see it come out during the playoffs.
Kobe Johnson with the ball. She's trying to drive here on the right side. Stops. She's going to shoot a 15-footer in and out. Here come the Dawson Eagles. This is Kendall Ford cruising down the court quickly. She's at the top of the key, slowing things down, dribbling between her legs. Over to Barr on the right side. Barr back over to Ford. Ford being guarded by Tia Bass tightly. trying to drive on Bass. She's in the lane, puts a shot up. She's fouled by Bass.
Yeah, she's more powerful than you think. Only standing at 5'8". She really gets down. She's a bulldog getting into the lane. You see, these guards are going to have a tough time because once she gets that first step in front of you, it's goodbye.
Kendall Ford the other night scored 14 points, had 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals in the game versus Ridgepoint on Monday evening. So she's going to go to the line to shoot. Dawson leading 12-5, 2:44 left to play here in the first quarter. She's got a right foot forward, dribbling. First shot, hits the front rim, no good. Substitution coming in for the Dawson Eagles. This is Chloe Cortez coming in for Mia Barr. Chloe Cortez, a sophomore, 5'3". Second free throw opportunity coming here for Ford. Dribbling. Shot, good. Makes the score 13-5. Another substitution coming in for the Eagles. This is Brooklyn Thomas coming in for Kendall Ford. And also for the North Shore Mustangs, Breloin Anderson coming out, Keetro Burrow coming back in. So Keetro Burrow, Ty Bass, Kobe Johnson, and also Asia Torres and Charmaine Bailey in the game here at the moment. Bass on the left side. Down low to Johnson. Johnson trying to drive. She puts a right hand up, can't make it.
Yeah, and these are good looks for Johnson. The last 2 shot attempts are what you want to get to in her spots in the middle of the court, but unable to get him to go down. She was working a lot in that in pregame. We saw her do those mid-range shots that we're so prone to her seeing. Unable to get her first 2 to go down, then commits a silly foul.
So Kendall Ford coming back into the game here for Faith Etienne. 13-5. Dawson with the lead. Inbound the ball here to Chloe Cortez for the first time. Kendall Ford breaks the press. Coming down the court quickly. Puts the left hand up. Can't make it. And here come the North Shore Mustangs coming back down the court. Charmaine Bailey over to the right side to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Ford. She runs into Ford. Ford steals the ball. Cortez has it. Here comes Dawson Eagles coming down the court quickly. Nice bounce pass down low to Howard, but can't make it.
Wow, and that's very uncharacteristic for the Eagles not to convert in transition. Ford had a good look. Nobody was covering her wide open in the middle of the lane. Didn't get on that Euro step, and then right there, Barr with a nice pass, but didn't convert. Mustangs dodging a couple of bullets right now.
Gabriel Jackson coming into the game here for the North Shore Mustangs. 2 minutes left to play. Dawson with the lead, 13-5. North Shore with the ball, wearing all red, coming from right to left on the radio dial. Coming across the timeline is Bailey. Over to Jackson. Jackson over to Bass. Bass driving, stops, picks up the dribble, bounce pass in, and Jackson can't get it. It's going to go out of bounds. Dawson ball. North Shore, 20% from the field shooting, and the Dawson Eagles, 57%. North Shore's only shot 5 shots here in the first quarter, 1 of 5, and 1 of them was from the 3-point lane. So Dawson trying to inbound the ball. Kendall Ford's got it, coming across the timeline. Over to Cortez. Cortez standing. She's going to shoot a 3. Can't make it. And here come the North Shore Mustangs. Charmaine Bailey coming down the court quickly and blocked out of bounds there by Lovett. Substitutions coming in here for the North Shore Mustangs. We're going to bring in Brooklyn Walker and Janiyah Coleman coming into the game. So Janiyah Coleman, Brooklyn Walker, Asia Torres, Ty Bass, and Keetro Burrow at the game in the moment. Inbound the pass, and still going to be North Shore ball with 1:23 left to play here in the first quarter. Dawson with the lead, 13-5. Inbounded the ball right in front of the Dawson Eagle bench. Janiyah Coleman trying to find help. Gets it out to Brooklyn Walker. Walker over to Torres. Torres trying to drive. She does with the left hand. She's in the lane, stops, picks up the dribble. She loses it. Kendall Ford's got it. Here comes the Dawson Eagles across the timeline. Kendall Ford trying to figure out where to go. She loses the ball. Keetro Burrow gets it. Back to Janiyah Coleman. Janiyah Coleman's got numbers. She puts the left hand up and good.
Yeah, one of the first turnovers for the Eagles squad is costly. First points in transition for the Mustangs.
Dawson with the lead, 13-7. We're under a minute left to play in the quarter. This is Faith Etienne on the right side. Being guarded here closely by Bass. In between the 2 circles, picks up the dribble. Now to Ford. Ford being guarded tightly by Coleman.
Nice.
Coleman knocks the ball out of her hands. Ford's trying to figure out direction where to go with it. Coleman with great pressure on her on the great defense.
Oh, this is
Stops,
great defense.
picks up the dribble. She's on the ground. She's going to get called for traveling. Great defense there by Janiyah Coleman, Paul.
That was about 10 seconds of lockdown defense from Janiyah Coleman, putting a foot in front of her forward, tried to get around the corner, but wasn't able to do that. Took a few steps, fell to the ground, and they call a foul, and they call a travel. And on the other end, it looked like it might have been a quarter where Dawson Eagles could have gotten 20 points. They've bogged down defensively, only limiting to 13, and hopefully for the Mustang squad, I want to whip it around here, use up as much clock as possible to make this the last possession of the first quarter.
Kendall Ford comes out of the game. Jada Jabbar in the game 4. Here's North Shore with the ball. 25 seconds left to play in the quarter. 13-7, Dawson with the lead. Janiyah Coleman with a 15-footer, can't make it. Here come the Dawson Eagles cruising down the court. They've got a good opportunity to put a shot up. This is Lovett, and she can't make it. Great defense there by the Mustangs. Under 10 seconds left to play. Brooklyn Walker down the left side. She's trying to drive 5 seconds on the clock. Keetro Burrow with the ball. Brooklyn Walker for a 3 from a long distance. No good. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Dawson Eagles leading 13 to the North Shore Mustangs 7. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network for second quarter action.
When life gets in the way, a work trip, family plans, or even bad weather, don't let your tickets go to waste. Quick Assist makes it simple. Your seats are listed on every major marketplace at the same time, saving you the hassle and putting money back in your pocket. Whether it's the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, or NCAA, we've got you covered. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere.
All right, we're coming out of the halftime. Paul, what did you think of that first quarter there? 13-7 to Dawson Eagles with the lead.
Well, I'm wondering where the high volume of shots from the three-point line from the Mustang squad that we're used to seeing is, but I think it's because of the recovery and the closeouts. It's making North Shore uncomfortable to shoot these shots. You mentioned a very low shooting quarter for them, but it was a really good close for them defensively. They got lucky in transition as the Eagles weren't able to convert 3 times down there. And good stuff by Janiyah Coleman, taking the place of Shamir Bailey defensively on Kendall Ford. You're going to need that same intensity and keep it close. It's only a 6-point ball game. Looked like it'll be a couple of stretches where Dawson could stretch this out to a 20-point quarter. They limited him on the offensive side and forced a lot of turnovers. They need to keep that same intensity up in this second quarter going into half.
So the Dawson Eagles with the lead, 13-7 here in the first quarter. North Shore shooting 25% from the field. The Dawson Eagles shooting 44%. Dawson with the lead, 13-7. They're going to inbound the ball. This is Lovett inbounding the ball here to Aubriana Howard. She's got the ball. Over to the left side, this is Mia Barr back in the game, guarded by Bailey. Over to Howard on the left side. Bailey's got her again. This is now Lovett. Lovett down low to Ford. Ford's in the lane. Keetro Burrow grabbed. Boy, it looked like travel lane, but they didn't get it.
Great job by Burrow to wall up right there.
Here comes Bass coming across the timeline quickly. Picks up the dribble over to Bailey. Bailey with a step, and she's going to get fouled there by Aubriana Howard.
Now, that's one thing this season I've noticed from Burrow. She's a more underrated defender than you think. You got to give her credit for just staying walled up, not jumping on any of the pump fakes from Ford.
So North Shore is going to inbound the ball. Dawson with the lead, 13-7 here in the second quarter. Tia Bass going to inbound the ball on the sidelines, trying to find place way down low to Keetro Burrow. Keetro Burrow puts it up. Oh, it rolls around and can't go in.
And those are the looks you got to convert right there for Keetro Burrow whenever you have a small on her.
And here's Lovett with an easy shot. She's down low and puts it in and makes it score 15-7 Dawson.
That's what usually happens when you miss an easy layup. You give one right back in transition.
So Brooklyn Walker in the game. She's at the top of the key, trying to drive on the right side. Pass down
what
low
a
to
pass.
Burrow. What a great pass, and Burrow puts it up and in.
Oh, man, Brooklyn Walker with the dime, finding Burrow at the low post.
15-9. Here's Lovett for 3. Can't make it. Rebounded by Ford, and we're going to get a jump ball possession. Or are they going to call a jump ball or a foul?
Man, Ford is a lot bigger than she looks. She plays like she's 6 foot out there. Has a lot of good size on her. She's very powerful, strong upper body frame. She's been able to get a couple of boards. She's had multiple games this season where she's had 10 rebounds. Now she'll be subbed out right now. So man, she's a really good player, Jeff.
She's a very good player. Ford coming out, and she's going to be replaced by Brooklyn Thomas for the Dawson Eagles. So it's 15-9. The Dawson Eagles with the lead over North Shore here at the moment. Bailey to Walker. Walker, we haven't seen her in the game very often, but what a great pass she just threw a minute ago. She's got the ball over to Bass on the top of the key. Bass is driving. She's got a great pass. Wow, what great passing to Burrow, and she gets fouled and puts it in.
Yeah, too much help side by the Eagles, leaving Burrow back-to-back possessions at the low post wherever she's able to get fed, spoon-fed. And right now she'll get a chance for an and-one opportunity. And you're talking about a player who has to step up in the way. Bass with a corner three in the first quarter now, coming around the pick and roll, finds Burrow.
So Ford coming back into the game for Aubriana Howard. What great passing, Paul, down low to Keetro Burrow here the last couple plays.
Yeah, and it's just because they've been reversing the ball sides. A lot of good recovery, or non-recovery by the Eagles as Keetro Burrow completes a three-point play. But that's what's getting him back into this ball game. It's only a three-point game.
Dawson 15, North Shore 12, 6:34 left to play. Ford's back in the game, coming across the timeline slowly. Dribbling over to the left side. This is Barr, back to Ford. Ford trying to drive over to the right side. Stolen by Bass. Here comes Bass. They've got numbers. She didn't see Walker. Stops, picks up the dribble, gives it to Bailey. Bailey at the top of the key. Over to Walker. Walker for three. Oh, off the glass. Can't make it. Keetro Burrow tries to get the rebound. Can't get it. And they're on the floor, and they're going to call a timeout by the Dawson Eagles. So Paul and I are going to take a timeout as well. 6:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Dawson 15, North Shore 12.
You've got tickets to the game, but something comes up. Maybe the boss sends you on the road, the kids have practice, or you just can't make the drive. That's where Quick Assist steps in. With one tap, your seats hit every major ticket marketplace at once. No more juggling apps, no more wasted time. Quick Assist, it takes the hassle out of resale and puts cash in your pocket. Pro or college sports, it's all covered. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on the LSN website. Quick Assist, your...
All right, coming back out of the timeout, the Dawson Eagles with the lead 15-12. So far, though, North Shore is on a 5-0 run here at the moment, Paul. Great
that was a
defense.
5-0 run even without Kobe Johnson touching the ball. Others are contributing on the offensive end with eyes up in the half court. Great job finding Keetro Burrow. But you need to get Kobe Johnson going. Only 2 points on the night. She needs to start having that offensive urgency starting right now.
Great passing here by the Dawson Eagles. They're down low. This is Etienne and can't make it. Here come the North Shore Mustangs coming back down the court. Brooklyn Walker still in the game. Charmin Bailey's got the ball on the right side. Back to Walker. Walker on the left side. Over to Bass. Bass on the left side as well. She's driving on the baseline. Back out to Johnson. Johnson in the game for three. Can't make it. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Dawson ball.
Well, that's a look for Kobe Johnson you'll take. She just front rimmed it. Didn't get enough leg on it. But overall defensively, it has been over 6 minutes where North Shore has held the Eagles to only 2 points. Really good stretch right here. If they're able to keep it like this at half, we'll be looking back at that stretch as what kept them in this game right now.
So Dawson with the ball down low. What great passing down low. That was to Thomas, but she wasn't able to put it up and in.
And this is really uncharacteristic from the Eagle squad. They're missing a lot of easy looks. They're doing a really good job of getting it to the high low, and they're feeding it on time, but they're not finishing.
So they're going to inbound the ball here at the moment. Trying to find it. Get it way out. This is Lovett on the right side, being guarded by Bailey. Dribbling slowly over to Etienne. Back to Lovett. Lovett at the top of the... She's going to shoot a long three. And bounces around, can't make it. And rebound by the North Shore Mustangs.
Yeah, impressed so far with North Shore's rebounding ability. Even though they're oversized, they've made that rebounding margin, if not even more than the Eagles so far.
Under 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Bailey's got the ball in between the two circles. Over to Johnson on the right side, being guarded here by Lovett. Far out, looking for a screen. Here comes a screen from, nope, they're going to give it back to Bailey. Looking for a screen from Burrow. Bailey to Johnson. Johnson over to Walker. Walker for three. Can't make it. But Burrow gets the rebound.
Burrow
Great job
had
by
cut to
Burrow.
the basket, though. She looked behind her.
So Johnson's got it. Johnson's got a step. She puts her teardropper up and in.
Nice. Yeah, get Kobe Johnson on the move. Get past her defender with a nice floater, 12 feet out. 1 point game.
1 point game. Dawson with the lead, 15-14. Ford dribbling, loses handle of the dribble at the moment. 4:19 left to play. Down 15-footer here by Faith Etienne, and good.
Yeah, Faith Etienne just put matters in her own hands. Just taking that 15-foot shot just in front of the free throw line, stemming the tide.
Just 9 of the 17 points for the Dawson Eagles. 4 minutes left to play. Dawson 17, North Shore 14. Brooklyn Walker with the ball on the left side. Over to Bailey. Bailey at the midcourt, stopping, directing traffic, listening to Coach Basin. Basin telling Brooklyn Walker, come way over here. She's on the left side.
Got to be a good dribble drive in the paint. Look for Tia Bass on the baseline.
And we're going to call a timeout by the North Shore Mustangs by Coach Basin. We're going to take a timeout as well. Dawson with the lead, 17-14, 3:43 left to play here in the second quarter.
Real cheese, real hot, real taste is what we've got. Real fresh, real fast. All those other pizzas are a thing of the past. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza in Houston on Uvalde Road offers a wide selection on their daily fast feast, all-you-can-eat pizza, pasta, salad, and dessert buffet. Don't forget about the entertainment center for the kids. Games, games, and games. Open for lunch or dinner. Gotta get Gaddy's. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Honest.
Dawson Eagles with the lead, 17-14. Paul, Faith Etienne with 9 of the 17 points for the Dawson Eagles so far.
Yeah, good on her to just take matters in her own hands on the last possession. She's been trying to feed it low to the low post, but they've been unable to convert. She has a nice touch around 15 feet out, and she puts that in to cut the run that the North Shore Mustangs are going on. But on this possession right here, they're in a 2-1-2, really interesting defensive look. Have to start trying to get something of a dribble drive in the middle of the floor.
Walker gets the ball knocked out of her hands here by Faith Etienne. Cortez got it at the top of the key. Gives it to Ford. Ford over to the right side. Here's a three-pointer by Etienne. No good. And North Shore gets the rebound.
And again, big-time board by Burrow.
Here comes Walker. Walker still in the game. She's playing many minutes here in the first half. She's dribbling, top of the key, midcourt, over to the left side to Bailey. Bailey on the left side. Over to Johnson on the right side. To Bass. Bass for a 12-footer, can't make it. Here comes the Dawson Eagles down the court, and we're going to get a foul. A foul on the North Shore Mustangs. Dawson with the lead, 17-14. Coming into the game for the North Shore Mustangs is going to be Isaiah Jackson coming into the game for Keetro Burrow. Keetro Burrow has picked up 2 fouls here in this game tonight. So Charmin Bailey, Isaiah Jackson, Charmin Bailey, Kobe Johnson, and Tia Bass in the game here at the moment for the North Shore Mustangs.
Big time for the 5 on the floor right now with Keetro Burrow out. You have to gang rebound.
3 minutes left to play here in the quarter. This is Etienne over to Ford. Ford over to Howard. Here's a 3 by Lovett. Good.
Beautiful. Yeah, they had a lot of off-ball movement, creating a lot of confusion. Left Lovett at the top of the key, open for a 3-point shot. Big time.
Lovett can score. She scored 27 points in the win Monday night over Ridgepoint. She has in this game so far only 8. Here's Johnson on the left side. Stops at the left wing. Over to Bailey. Oh, she missed Bass. Wide open. Brings it all the way out. She's got double team action. She's all the way back in midcourt. Back to Isaiah Jackson on the right side. Isaiah Jackson stops, gives it to Bailey. Stolen by Lovett. Here comes Lovett on the left side. She's going to put her left hand up and in, and fouled by Bailey.
Man, that's a quick 7-0 run after North Shore went on that little 9-0 run to get back in this game, and that was a missed opportunity on that last set. Shamir Bailey had a chance if one of her players like Brooklyn Walker was in the corner cutting to the basket whenever she was sent with that double team, commits a turnover in transition. You see an 8-point lead back on the Dawson side.
So Dawson with the lead, 22-14. Lovett's going to go to the line to shoot. Coming back into the game is Janiyah Coleman for Tia Bass. For the Dawson Eagles, we have Faith Etienne, Kendall Ford, Journey Lovett, Chloe Cortez in the game here at the moment. Here's a free throw, bounces around and no good. Can't make the 3-point play. Here's Bailey down low. Oh, she was too far under the rim. Isaiah Jackson gets the rebound, can't put it up either.
Missed opportunity.
So here come the Eagles on the left side. Cortez picks it up. She's got Etienne wide open down low and puts it up and in.
I thought Dawson has gotten away with a couple of traveling calls. I thought that was maybe an extra step, but they got the benefit of the call right there. Quick 9-0 run.
10-point lead here for the Eagles. Off to the left side to Janiyah Coleman. Janiyah Coleman slowing things down to Bailey in between the 2 circles. 1:45 left to play here in the second quarter. Bailey directing traffic. Got Kendall Ford Gardner, the 5'8 senior. Over to Walker on the right side. Walker playing many minutes here in the first half. Isaiah Jackson down low to Bailey. Bailey puts it up off the glass and in. Nice pass.
Yeah, that's more like it from Bailey. She had the better angle and then waited for her defender to get up in the air. Had to convert.
She breaks the streak. Here comes, wow.
But nobody
look at her
stops
flying
her.
down the
Howard
and puts it up and in and fouled.
Yeah, we talked about it. The rising sophomore. She's next in line, and you talk about next year, but she's ready for this moment this year. Nobody stopped her in transition. Body contact, and will go to the line for one more to complete the three-point play.
Fouls on Brooklyn Walker's going to go to the line. 10-point lead, 26-16 for the Dawson Eagles. Kristen Davis coming back into the game for Isaiah Jackson. Nope, coming in for Brooklyn Walker.
And what a crucial stretch it was. North Shore was able to get it to a one-point game, but now, before you know it, back into double digits for the first time in the ball game. And this is with Keitra Burrow out, so the plus-minus on Keitra Burrow. You see how effective she is on the court, not only offensively but defensively, as you give up an offensive board on a free throw.
Etienne gets the rebound, but can't put it back up and in. They have the ball back. Here's a three by Chloe Cortez. No good. And they're calling a foul on the Dawson Eagles.
Real cheese, real.
So North Shore with the ball. 1:08 left to play. 26-16. Dawson with the lead. Kobe Johnson in the game. Rolling the ball to Charmin Bailey. They're going from right to left on the radio dial, wearing all red. Down by 10. Bailey taking her time. Over to Kristen Davis, who's in the game on the left side. She passes. Here's Isaiah Jackson for three. Oh, in and out. But Johnson gets the rebound. Puts it up. Can't put it in either.
And she had a lot more time than she thought. Rushed it.
Here comes Etienne down the lane. Blocked by Janiah Coleman. It's going to be out of bounds. North Shore ball.
What a smart play by, it was actually number 21, Kristen Davis, getting the block, and then she was out of bounds, didn't touch it, let Etienne touch it before it went out. Ball will be rewarded back on the Mustang side. Crucial possession right there.
40 seconds remaining here in the quarter. 10-point lead for the Dawson Eagles, leading 26-16. Janiah Coleman on the right side. Gives it to Isaiah Jackson. She's going to shoot another three. She's feeling it, and Etienne gets the rebound. Here they come, coming down the court. Etienne's moving quickly. Pass over the left side. Nice pass. This is Lovett. Can't make it. Etienne gets the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, what I say, it's got to be gang rebound, and now that Keitra Burrow is not down there in the paint, giving up an offensive board.
28-16, 10 seconds left in the quarter. North Shore trying to take the last shot of the first half. Kobe Johnson with the ball, 5 seconds. Over to Kristen Davis on the left side. Kristen Davis has a step, puts the shot up off the glass, no good. And that is the end of the first half, with the Dawson Eagles with the lead 28 to North Shore Mustangs 16. Paul and I will be right back here for the halftime show on the Legacy Sports Network.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Real cheese, real hot, real taste is what we've got. Real fresh, real fast. All those other pizzas are a thing of the past. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza in Houston on Uvalde Road offers a wide selection on their daily fast feast, all-you-can-eat pizza, pasta, salad, and dessert buffet. Don't forget about the entertainment center for the kids. Games, games, and games. Open for lunch or dinner. Gotta get Gaddy's. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Honest.
The halftime show here on the Legacy Sports Network with the halftime score, the Dawson Eagles 28, the North Shore Mustangs 16. Like Paul made the comment, there was a 1-point game error. It was 15-14, and then the Dawson Eagles went on a 13-2 run to end the first half there, Paul.
Yeah, and that just cannot happen if you're North Shore. You had a 1-point ball game, but then you decided to take Keitra Burrow out, which was a questionable decision at that time and point, because not only was she the facilitator in the offense whenever you were passing out of double teams, but she was your main leading rebounder. And we saw a couple of times that Dawson was able to get second chance looks in the half court after missing good shots. And the thing about Dawson, they're a really good three-point shooting team. They haven't damaged them so far yet like that we've seen from this season, which is a cause for concern because you're already down double digits 12 at halftime. So North Shore, they had a moment right there where they could have kept it in a single-digit game, feeling good about themselves at halftime, but now they got to regroup and they got to know they got to limit up defensively, because if they're on this pace for 28-56, you can't keep up with a team like that when you're struggling offensively.
Dawson Eagles 28, North Shore Mustangs 16. When we come back, we will talk about the stat leaders here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Alvin and the Dogs want to remind you to keep bacteria in food from making you ill with 4 simple steps.
These will be a lot
Clean. Wash hands and surfaces often.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Keep raw meats away from ready-to-eat foods.
Yep.
Cook. Make sure meat, poultry, and seafood is cooked to the right temperature.
Fire in the hole!
And chill. Refrigerate food promptly.
Bingo!
Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Back here at the Clearbrook High School for the area round girls playoff action here tonight, where the Dawson Eagles are leading 28 to the North Shore Mustangs 16. Leading scorer for the Dawson Eagles is Faith Etienne. She is the junior 6-footer with 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field in the 2-point range, 1 of 2 from the 3-point area, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Journey Levitt, who scored 27 points in the game against Ridgepoint on Monday night, with 10 points tonight for the Dawson Eagles. For the North Shore Mustangs, Keitro Burrow, who sat for many minutes of the first half, but she got caught in a little bit of foul trouble there. She's got 5 points. Kobe Johnson, the leading scorer for the North Shore Mustangs, with 4. I'll tell you what, though, Paul, the thing that impressed me the most there in that first half for the North Shore Mustangs was Brooklyn Walker, who played more minutes than we have seen her play, and she had some great passing, great dribble drives, and was bringing the ball from the backcourt instead of Charmin Bailey.
Yeah, for North Shore, you never know who it's going to be. It's always going to be by committee. If it's not Kobe Johnson or Keitra Burrow, it's changed weekly. But this game, it was Brooklyn Walker. She made a couple of impressive plays in that second quarter to get it back to a one-point ball game. But then you look at that other side. I mean, ETN Lovett already in double figures at this juncture of the game. You were hoping that Johnson would be in double digits to kind of match him and take it more personal like she did with that matchup against Kendall King against Clear Falls in the first round. It's got to be our best against your best, D1 versus D1. I mean, Kobe Johnson at this point has to start taking a leadership role. This could be her potential last game in North Shore uniform. She needs to go out there and execute. She needs to get to her shots and not be rushed. She was rushing a lot of shots. She had a lot of good open looks that usually we see her knock down pregame. This is a type of game where she has to start getting going to begin the second half. It can't be in the fourth quarter like it was against King, where they were miraculously able to come back in that game. This is a different type of animal. They're not King. This is Dawson. This is a potential 6A state championship team that we're about to see later on come San Antonio. But whenever you look at this Dawson team, it excites you to see what can come in the future over the next coming weeks, because there's so much. And I don't think Ford hasn't been able to get going tonight. She's the leading scorer on the team. She only has 3. She's made energy plays, though, for her squad and made plays for others to contribute with ETN and Levitt going off. But that's the dangerous thing about this Dawson squad, because it can come from this person one night, and they can afford to have one of their stars have an off night because they have 2 to 3 others that can get you in double digits. So they're going to have to really bog down defensively. Like I said, 28 points in the first half is way too much for North Shore to give up if they want to stay in this ball game. They had a chance to keep it tight, but then they let it get ahead of them. And you made a good point. I didn't realize that Keitra Burrow was in foul trouble, but that's one where you actually got to let it ride. In a potential winner-go-home game, you just have to live with that decision. If he picks up a 3rd foul in the first half, well, so be it. But hopefully they're able to get her back in the game and stem the tide, especially on the rebounding, because the rebounding margin was in the North Shore favor. But then towards the latter half of the second quarter, man, Dawson was able to get on the boards and convert second chance points, and that's what really stretches lead into double digits.
I would say, Paul, what I saw with Kendall Ford, the reason she only has 3 points here tonight, again, she scored 14 points in that game against Ridgepoint. Janiyah Coleman, her defense on her tonight has been fantastic. It's been better than I would expect, and because of it, she's able to stop. But because of no Keitro Burrow in the game, Faith Etienne, the 6-foot junior, has been able to be down low, and nobody's able to put any body on her down low, and able to score 13 points here in the first half.
Yeah, well, the man defense has been really good. That's not been a problem so far this whole season for North Shore. It's been whenever they've been in a 2-3 or 1-3-1, wherever you don't have defensive assignments covered on the defensive glass, where you give up second chance opportunities. And then whenever Dawson has been able to sense that lack of aggression and closure, they've been able to find that extra pass on the wings, wherever they've been able to dribble, drive, and then get chances for buckets for their guys like Lovett. But then, the one thing about North Shore is I think we haven't seen him go full out man, and I'd like to see him just try to test him defensively. You just got to guard your yard in this game. There's enough playing around with a 2-3, 1-3-1, all that fancy stuff. This is playoff basketball. You have your assignment, and you just have to guard your person, and that's what we've seen with Shamir Bailey or Janiyah Coleman on Kendall Ford, where that's what delimiter. Whenever you're Kobe Johnson, you come out this halftime like you did with Kendall King. I'm guarding her one-on-one personally, and then you have to have your others on the defensive end also step up as well. So it will be interesting to see if they stick with that 1-3-1 or 2-3. They haven't shot them out of it so far, so we'll see how they come out with the second half adjustments.
Kobe Johnson only 1 of 4 from the two-point range, 0 of 1 from the three. She scored 4 points, but 2 of those points came from the free throw line. The winner of this game tonight advances to the regional semifinals next week against the Jersey Village Falcons, who beat the Fulshire Chargers last night. When Paul and I come back, we'll talk about second half adjustments needing to be made here on playoff basketball here, area round from Clearbrook High School on the Legacy Sports Network.
That's your neck of the woods, Jeff.
That is my neck.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have some special talent. That's why we're having some real-life mentors sing for us. Hit it, guys.
Row, row, row your boat, gently down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream.
Thanks, that was awful. So remember, to mentor a child, you don't have to be perfect.
Row, row, row your...
Please stop. You just have to call Save the Children toll-free at 1-877-BA-MENTOR.
A message brought to you by Save the Children and the Ad Council.
You know, to mentor a child, you don't have to be the most talented person in the world. To prove that point, we're here with 3 real-life mentors who are going to sing for us. Hit it, guys.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Thanks, guys. That was awful. As you can see, you don't have to be perfect to mentor a child. You just have to be yourself, which, by the way, is pretty good.
Excuse me, we don't think we nailed it that time. Can we try it again?
Not a chance. Do good. Mentor a child. Call Save the Children toll-free at 1-877-BA-MENTOR. 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
A message brought to you by Save the Children and the Ad Council.
Dawson Eagles with the lead here at halftime, 28-16 over the North Shore Mustangs. North Shore just finally coming back into the gym with 30 seconds remaining here in the at the end of the quarter here, Paul.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see North Shore put up more shots. That's kind of really funny from what we've seen them over the past couple of games where we thought, well, maybe they should shoot a little bit less. No, I want them to shoot a little bit more in this game to put something on the glass and give maybe chances for second chance points. But, you know, this is a kind of half where you just really have to bog down defensively. If you're going to win this game, it's going to come from the defensive end, and your defense is going to lead into the offense. But Dawson is doing such a great job offensively. They haven't hit shots. They're only 3 for 10 from the three-point line. They're much more efficient than that, which is crazy to say because that's 30%. Their shooters haven't been getting going tonight. But defensively, North Shore has to bog down, and we'll see what they come out with because I trust them to guard their man. I don't trust them to communicate enough in a 2-3 or 1-3-1 because that takes a lot of chemistry and a lot of communication on that side. But it's so difficult whenever this Dawson team spreads and passes the ball so well.
Dawson Eagles are going to start with the ball here to start the second half. We're going to start with Faith Etienne, Journey Lovett, Aubriana Howard, Mia Barr, and Kendall Ford. For the North Shore Mustangs, Charmin Bailey, Kristen Davis, Janiyah Coleman, Keetro Burrow, and Kobe Johnson. Dawson Eagles going from right to left on the radio dial, wearing all white here tonight. So here we go, off to the right side, Etienne on the right wing, or to Ford, Ford for 3, no good. Rebound comes out by Lovett, and they throw it off of Bailey. It's going to go out of bounds, still going to be Dawson ball. Winner of this game tonight faces Jersey Village next week. Inbounding the ball here is Mia Barr on the baseline. Over to Howard, back out here to Lovett, back to Barr, back to Lovett. Just throwing the ball around here at the moment. Back to Lovett, Lovett at the top of the key by Janiyah Coleman. This is now Howard. Howard bringing it all the way across. Lovett's got it on the right wing. Back out here to Barr. They're just throwing the ball around at the moment, trying to set things up. Way pass, way over. Down low, and Kristen Davis able to get her hand in it and slow things down.
Yeah, they set a back screen on Krista Davis, and she was fortunate enough to recover on that one. Barr had a wide open shot off the flare. Hands play, knocks it out of bounds.
So they're going to inbound the ball. This is Mia Barr way in the right corner pocket, trying to throw the ball in. Gets it in here to Howard. Back out to Etienne. Nice pass down to Ford at the free throw line. Back out to the right. Coleman gets her hands in. Coleman steals it. Here comes Coleman. She's going to slow things down. Nice steal there by Coleman. Off to Kobe Johnson on the right side. Kobe Johnson being guarded by Ford. Stops, picks up the dribble. Looking for a pass. Gives it to Bailey. Bailey's got Etienne in her way. Gives it out to Kristen Davis for 3. Woo!
And finally, we've been seeing North Shore do that a couple times in this game, wherever you have your man at the low post, pick up the dribble. You have somebody cut into the middle of the lane. Good job on Shamir Bailey making that cut, finding outside for a wide open Kristen Davis 3. Big time.
So they're 2 of 10 from the three-point range here in this game. Here's a three-pointer by Mia Barr, but can't make it. Goes in and out. Here comes North Shore coming back down the court. Bailey's got it on the left side. Trying to drive. Driving on Howard. Stops. Throws it out and throws a bad pass over to Kristen Davis.
Yeah, and that's not a good play by Shamir Bailey. She made that pass without looking at Kristen Davis in the corner when she kept fading into the deep corner. Crucial possession right there. Could have made it get a little bit of a run after you had 2 stops to start the second half.
Dawson with the lead, 28-19. 6:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Mia Barr has the ball on the left side. Back out to Howard. Howard at the top of the key. Throws over to Lovett. Lovett over to Etienne for 3 by Etienne, and good.
Man, that's nice. Etienne just camping in the corner, and what we said in this 1-2-2, you have to be able to help out whenever your assignment is covered. Nobody went over there in the corner, and she knocks it down.
Etienne with 16 points, 2 of 3 from the three-point marker so far. Kristen Davis has the ball on the left side, being guarded here by Lovett. Keetro Burrow's got the ball. Back out to Janiyah Coleman on the right side, now being guarded by Ford. Picks up the dribble, she's stuck. Trying to get it to Johnson. Johnson's got it. She's double teamed by Etienne and Ford. Trying to get it and stolen by Lovett.
Right pass.
Here comes Lovett. She's stopping at the top of the key.
Ooh.
Nice move on Kristen Davis. Right hand off the left side and good.
Ooh, a little in and out, getting the defense moving, and then finishes with the right hand on the left.
33 for Dawson, 19 for North Shore at the moment. They've scored 5 points here in the third quarter. Johnson loses the ball. Kristen Davis on the ground. She can't get it either. Here comes Lovett on the right side. They're going to call a technical foul on Kristen Davis.
Yeah, now you're seeing Kobe Johnson start pressuring a little bit more, over-dribbling. Good defense by Ford, getting that steal, and then a little something after the play. Just keeps mounting on to this mountain that North Shore has to continue to climb in the second half. But what a play by Lovett in transition. Woo.
So Kristen Davis and Lovett were fighting for the ball, and they're calling a technical foul on Kristen Davis. The referees are going to have a little quick conversation. Dawson with the lead, 33-19 here in the third quarter. If you follow the live stats on the website as you're listening to this game tonight, we're showing first half and second half points. Third quarter numbers are there as well, but weren't able to figure this out for some unknown reason. Went the first half and second half, but that's okay. Faith Etienne Paul, 16 points. She has been a dagger here tonight in this game for the Dawson Eagles.
Yeah, and we talked about her being a junior. She's on the Femme Hoops Adidas circuit, one of the best women's circuits you could be on if you want exposure during the summer, and there's a lot of elite players that have come through that. And man, she's having a game for herself tonight. You mentioned she had 27 against Bridgepoint, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in that game. TABC All-Region player last year. Bradley commit, a lot to look forward to at the next level for her. She definitely can quickly transition there.
So Lovett's going to go to the line. She's got 12 points on the night here so far. Seems like a quiet 12 points. Etienne has been the main scorer for 16 points for the Dawson Eagles. For the North Shore Mustangs, the leading point scorers are Keetro Burrow with 5 at the moment. So still having a little conversation here with the coach. Coach Basin telling them about the technical foul there by Kristen Davis.
And has gotten away from North Shore ever since it was 15-4. Dawson has been on an 18-5 run, and if we're record stands right now, the result stands right now, we'll be looking back at that stretch of what North Shore could have done in that stretch to maintain just a hand's length away from Dawson. It really was a toss-up game at that point, but Dawson has just really battened down the hatches defensively, not allowing even open looks for North Shore throughout the whole game, but really have bogged down as she misses the first technical free throw. But you can't afford to give free throws at the line to a team that's already mounted this lead, almost up to 20 points.
Dawson 3 of 8 from the line here so far tonight.
Wow.
This could be a higher scoring game. She does make the second free throw. So now they're 4 of 9 from the free throw line. So for the North Shore Mustangs, we're going to have Brelone Anderson, Charmin Bailey, Janiyah Coleman, Tia Bass, and Keetro Burrow in the game. Also took out Kobe Johnson. So Kobe Johnson's not in the game here at the moment. I don't even see Kobe Johnson, Paul, on the bench. Oh, there she is. She's third seat there. All right. Dawson with the ball. 34-19. 5 minutes left to play here in the quarter. Howard's got the ball. Comes across the timeline. Gives it off to Etienne. Etienne for a 14-footer. She gets fouled at the same time.
That's on Tia Bass, just overplaying that pass. Try to get out there and be fortunate enough to get a steal. Her teammates had to help her out and fouling her, get into the line for more free throws for the Eagles.
Etienne going to go to the line. She's 2 for 2 from the line. She spins the ball. She's got a right foot forward. Bends her knees. First free throw up. Hits the front rim. No good.
I mean, maybe that's the only knock on this team so far. We talked about how well of a shooting team they are in the half court and how well they convert in transition. Defensively, they're pretty sound, but at the line, they're leaving a lot, especially in playoff basketball. At the line counts a lot more when you're heading down the stretch.
She makes a second free throw. So they're 5 of 11 from the line. Dawson with the lead, 35-19 over North Shore. Under 5 minutes left to play. Brelow and Anderson on the left side. Janiyah Coleman far out. She's got it. Being guarded by Lovett. Bailey over to Bass on the right corner pocket. Down low to Burrow. Burrow, she's got great opportunity, but hits the bottom of the basket. Can't get it. Brelow and Anderson gets the rebound. Back to Bailey on the top of the key. Bailey over to Coleman, and it's kicked by Lovett.
That was the first time Keisha Burrow actually had something at the low post for her. Just got under the basket. Deflection came out, and North Shore will have another possession right here. But down 16, 4:31. Not been the most ideal start the second half, but if you can mount something right here and then get down defensively on the next possession, hopefully you can get momentum back on your side. Ooh, close.
Ooh, that was close, yeah. Keisha Burrow.
There you go, good
There's
pass.
A three-pointer by Brelow and Anderson, and good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Dribble drive, get 1 foot in the paint, kick it out to Brelow and Anderson, who's been a steady three-point shooter as of late.
35-22. Gets across the timeline in pressure at the moment. Over to Barr for three. Can't make it.
Very fortunate right there. Can't leave her open many times.
Janiyah Coleman gets it. Keisha Burrow's got it. She comes across the timeline slowly. Gives it off to Coleman on the right side. Over to Bailey.
More.
Over to Brelow and Anderson left side. Down low, and Burrow can't hold on to it, but they're going to call Ford with a foul. Wow, they got lucky on that. So Keisha Burrow, I've noticed, Paul, she's had a few good opportunities here down low. She's being guarded by Mia Barr, only 5'3" down low. They're not doing very good defensive change there for the Dawson Eagles on Keisha Burrow.
Yeah,
so
that was a good notice by you, Jeff, and that was one thing in the Clear Falls game. You have to identify whenever she has a mismatch because she has the ability to finish over the top.
Bailey with the ball on the top of the right side. Here's Bass trying to drive on Barr. She's stuck in the baseline, stuck. Bounces it off, and Etienne comes up with it, and they're going to call a travel on Etienne.
Yeah, man, a lot happened in that corner right there. It was a travel by Etienne, but one thing that Coach Basin in the pregame wanted Keisha Burrow to do is seal, and she had a really good seal right there, but the guards need to identify, look opposite side, and you'll find her.
Dawson with 7 points here in the third quarter. North Shore only 6. Ball's still going to be North Shore ball. They're going to call a foul. They're calling the foul again on Ford. Wow. Ford picks up her third foul. She's going to have to come out of the game, and Brooklyn Thomas is going to come in to replace her.
It's a big foul call right there with 3:40 left in the third quarter.
She picks up 2 quick fouls in a row. Janiyah Coleman throws it into Burrow.
There
Burrow
you go.
Down low. She's fighting with it. Gives it off to Coleman. Coleman's got a step. Throws it off to the left side. Bass stops inside the three-point marker. Coleman running like she's got her head chopped off. Right hand off the glass. Can't get it. Burrow puts it up. Can't make it either. And it's going to go out of bounds. Still going to be North Shore ball.
Man, Janiyah Coleman had a really good look. The defense was respecting her passing ability because in that first half, you remember, Jeff, back to a play where she ran in the right side of the offense, found Keisha Burrow right there. Couldn't finish this time, but almost a turnover on the inbounds, but have to get something right here. You had a three-pointer on the last possession. You bogged down defensively, caused some turnovers. Big-time possession right here.
Coleman with the ball on the left side, being guarded by Howard. Howard gives it to Brelow and Anderson, top of the key. Here's Bass. Fakes people out, then she drives with the right hand off the glass and good. Wow, great job there by Bass.
Great job of Bass, pump faking in the air, getting her defenders to get up in that air, driving into the lane, taking the contact. Could have been an and one. Nice little 5-0 run, calls a timeout for Gary Douglas on the Eagle side.
So Dawson with the lead, 35-24 here for area playoff basketball here in the UIL 6A Region 3. We'll be back right after this.
If you're tired of sorting through online directories and classified ads to find your perfect home, look no further than Elio Alanis and his team with the Alanis Real Estate Group. Elio is a local real estate agent in Houston and also a CE King alum, and he just wants to help you find the perfect home for your family. Ditch the stress of going to viewing after viewing only to be let down. Connect with Elio Alanis and the Alanis Real Estate Group. Go to wearehtx.com to learn more. The Alanis Real Estate Group, we are real estate.
2026 playoff area round basketball here from Brook High School in Friendswood, Texas here tonight with the Dawson Eagles leading 35-24. North Shore on a 5-0 run here at the moment. They've scored 8 points in the third quarter to Dawson's only 7.
Well, this is the second time that North Shore has gone on a 5-0 run, and each time Kobe Johnson either hasn't touched the ball or has been on the floor. So that's a good sign that others are contributing for you. But hopefully, if you're a North Shore fan, you're hoping that Kobe Johnson starts to wake up in the fourth quarter like we've seen her over the past couple of games. But right now, send up a little bit of token pressure, get him out of rhythm. Good job on the North Shore side, especially by Breland Anderson and Janiyah Coleman.
Dawson with the ball. They're coming across the timeline. Over to Lovett. Lovett's got it, and he's going to be fouled by Janiyah Coleman.
We'll take that. She's playing hard.
So, Kobe Johnson still sitting on the bench. We got Keetro Burrow, Charmaine Bailey, Ty Bass, Janiyah Coleman, and Breland Anderson in the game. For the Dawson Eagles, we've got Journey Lovett, Mia Barr, Brooklyn Thomas, Faith Etienne, and Aubriana Howard. Here's a three by Barr. No good. Barr 0 for 3 from the three-point range here so far. Here comes Janiyah Coleman. Picks up the dribble far out. Off to Breland Anderson on the left side. Dawson with the lead, 35-24. 2:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Bass driving. She's in the lane. She spins, puts a shot up, off the glass, and good.
Yeah, that's a mature play by Bass. She could have thrown it into Burrow. That would have been a dangerous pass. Decides to go off her defender. Nice little one-up. Gets her defender in the air. Nice footwork, and that's a tough finish.
They're Gardner in the backcourt. This is Howard. She breaks the press. Coming in the lane. Way over to the left side. Here's Lovett for 3 from the left wing. No good. Rebound by Burrow.
Big time board by Burrow, making sure that's a one-and-done possession. Get it back down to single digits with under 2.
Lovett 2 for 7 from the three-point range in the game. Under 2 minutes left to play. 9-point game here by Dawson with the lead, 35-26. Janiyah Coleman on the left side. Over to Breland Anderson. Lovett tries to steal it, and they're going to still call it out of bounds. North Shore ball. All this happened with Kobe Johnson sitting on the bench here in the third quarter. Isaiah Jackson coming into the game for the North Shore Mustangs. She's going to replace Janiyah Coleman here in the third quarter. 1:47 left to play. Brooklyn Walker, who played a ton in the first half. We have not seen her here in the second half. Bass throwing down low to Burrow. Burrow puts it up, and she gets fouled by Etienne.
Tia Bass has been playing a great third quarter. She hit that big-time 3, and then next thing you know, she's able to get into the lane, finish, and then that time she has the right pass. Great touch on it. We've seen a couple times this season where North Shore has overthrown that seal that Burrow has done in the paint. This time perfectly placed. She's able to get to the line for 2 now.
Tia Bass with 7 points. She scored 4 in here in the third quarter. Keetro Burrow misses the first free throw. Kendall Ford going to come back into the game here for Brooklyn Thomas for the Dawson Eagles. 1:43 left to play. Dawson with the lead, 35-26. Here in the third quarter, North Shore has scored 10 points to Dawson's 7. Here's the second free throw by Burrow. It is good. Nice shot. 35-27. Inbound the ball. We got pressure in the backcourt. This is Howard trying to get across. Isaiah Jackson, she does. She's flying down. Runs right into Burrow. Oh, they call that a blocking on Burrow where she was just standing right there.
Yeah, Burrow, I thought she was there in time and took the hit, but obviously she didn't take the brunt of it as, oh man, that is a tough foul to take if you're Rachel Brown going in, Aubriana Howard going in transition, and she's feeling it.
Howard is laying on the ground here. Boy, it looked like Burrow had it, but we're going to take a timeout here. 1:35 left to play here in the third quarter with Dawson leading 35-27. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Real cheese, real hot, real taste is what we've got. Real fresh, real fast. All those other pizzas are a thing of the past. Mr. Gatti's Pizza in Houston on Uvalde Road offers a wide selection on their daily fast feast, all-you-can-eat pizza, pasta, salad, and dessert buffet. Don't forget about the entertainment center for the kids. Games, games, and games. Open for lunch or dinner. Gotta get Gatti's. Mr. Gatti's Pizza, the best pizza in town. Honest.
So coming out of the break there, Aubriana Howard able to walk off. They take her into the locker room. Dawson's going to inbound the ball. 1:35 left to play here in the third quarter. Kendall Ford's going to inbound the pass underneath the basket to the right side. Dawson with the lead, 35-27. Off to Brooklyn Thomas. Brooklyn Thomas and Ford both in the game at the same time. Etienne trying to drive. Off to Lovett. Lovett at the top of the key. Brelogne Anderson gets her hands in on it. Knocks the ball out. She steals it. Great job by Brelogne Anderson. Stops, gives it to Keetro Burrow at the top of the key. Gives it to Bailey. Over to the right side to Zaya Jackson. She's got an opportunity. Ford blocks her. Stops it, picks up the dribble, gives it to Bailey. Bailey to Brelogne Anderson. Over to the left side. Here's Bass for three. Oh, can't make it. But Zaya Jackson down low. Gets the rebound. Puts it up. Can't get it. Keetro Burrow there as well. Puts it up. Can't do it. Isaiah Jackson fighting for it. Can't get it either.
Missed opportunity for North Shore. Good ball reversals. They found the open shooter in the corner. Couldn't get on the second chance. Now getting down defensively as they're trying to force a 8 seconds. And they did. Wow.
Good job there by the North Shore Mustangs.
Yeah, one of the most impressive things tonight so far, Jeff, has been the on-ball pressure that they're putting on these guards. They haven't been able to turn the corner or get past him. It's been very tough. And it's like the Clear Falls game. They've only been beat off the passes. But right now they're really getting down good. Good sign for Coach Basin and his squad as they're getting back in this ball game. It's only an 8 points with 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
Dawson 35, North Shore 27. Charmaine Bailey's got the ball in the backcourt, being guarded here by Mia Barr. On the right side to Brelogne Anderson, guarded by Lovett. On the right wing, gives it to Keetro Burrow at the top of the key. She's being guarded here by Brooklyn Thomas. Over to Bailey. Bailey's trying to drive on Ford. Stops, brings it back out. 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Isaiah Jackson coming over the left side to help her out. Gives it to Jackson on the left side. Jackson being guarded by Mia Barr. Far out. Down low to Bass. Bass on the baseline. She's got an opportunity. Stops. Gives it to Burrow. What a pass. Oh, she can't put it up and in.
And again, those are the easy looks you got to convert right there. Great job by Bass. Having the patience. Burrow's got to finish.
Here's Lovett for three.
Huge.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That was
What
good.
a shot.
I knew that was good, and that's so costly. You miss a layup at that end with 1.4 seconds. You're not going to get the shot off in time. But, man, that's a crucial sequence. Great shot by Lovett in the corner. Get it back up to a 11-point game going to the fourth quarter.
Oh, what a killer shot there by Lovett. Lovett puts a three-pointer down to give them the lead 38-27. She's 3 of 8 from the three-point line. She gets 16 points here on the night. Fourth quarter action coming back up here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Buying or selling a home can be a bit overwhelming. That is where Alanis Real Estate Group steps in, with the help of CE King alum Elio Alanis. From the city to the suburbs and the greater Houston area, you can trust Elio Alanis. He'll work with you to find what best fits your needs, your goals, and more importantly, your budget. Elio Alanis has a reputation for exceptional customer service and making your home buying or selling experience a smooth transaction. Visit him on the web at wearehtx.com. The Alanis Real Estate Group. We are real estate.
Dawson Eagles 38, North Shore Mustangs 27. There in the third quarter, North Shore scored 11 to Dawson's 10. Faith Etienne with 17 points, only scored 4 there in the third quarter. But Journey Lovett, 16 points. She added 6 points to her resume here tonight. Tia Bass, 4 points in the third quarter for the North Shore Mustangs. Boy, Paul, that was a killer last possession there with an opportunity to put 2 points up by Keetro Burrow. A nice easy shot, missed it, and come back down the court, and Lovett buries a 3.
Yeah, it could have been a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter, but you couldn't ask for a better look from Keetro Burrow. Just couldn't get able to go down, and then like you said, that's basketball. You miss an easy layup and you give up 1-3 in transition. Lovett had her feet set, and that's knocked down. But, man, it would have been a different complexion going in this fourth quarter. You did cut into the lead, but now you're going to have your star step up right now. Kobe Johnson's at the table to get checked in this fourth quarter. Could be her potential last quarter of high school basketball. You're going to need something big from her right now.
She did not play anything there in the third quarter, Paul. Tia Bass has the ball. North Shore's got it. Down 38-27, going from left to right, wearing all red tonight. Nice pass. Burrow.
Beautiful.
Burrow puts it up and in. Nice passing there by the North Shore Mustangs. 38-29, Dawson with the lead.
Yeah, just switched sides right there. Found the high post and then get it into low Keecher Burrow. Good finish.
So here we are again, pressuring.
Etienne's
got it on the back court. Throws it. Great pass there, and Coleman able to knock it out of bounds.
All right,
so here comes Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, the
finally
key
in the
thing
game.
for North Shore right now, you insert Kobe Johnson, who wasn't in this stretch where they were able to battle back. Now she has to match the same defensive intensity as the other four have been playing.
So Etienne with the ball in the backcourt, being guarded by Bailey. Dawson with the lead, 38-29. Over to Levitt on the right side, being guarded tightly by Bass. Bass, great defense here. Back to Etienne, back to Thomas. She's going to throw a three. Oh, in and out. Etienne can't make it. So here come the North Shore Mustangs coming back down the court. Charmin Bailey coming across the backcourt. Over to Janai Coleman on the left side. Bounce pass to Bass. Bass driving, stops, picks up the dribble, looking. Kobe Johnson in the lane. She puts her right hand up and in. Good.
There you go. Yeah, they've been really abusing that high post area, whether it's been Tia Bass getting down there and passing it, or she dribbles down there and they force another turnover.
And they steal it, Paul. Here we go. Charmin Bailey's got it. We're down by 7, 38-31. Dawson with the lead. This is the closest they've been since 15-14. Coleman with the ball on the left side, being guarded by Ford. Great defense pressure there by North Shore to get the ball back. Bass driving. She's in the lane. She puts the shot up. Can't make it. Burrow with the rebound. Can she put it up and in? She does!
Finally, she's able to put some damage on the offensive glass and get that one to go in. Big time shot for her, cutting the lead down to 5. Timeout.
And Gary Douglas of the Dawson Eagles calls a timeout with the Dawson Eagles leading 38-33. Paul and I are going to take a break right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
North Shore, Paul, on a 6-0 run here to start the fourth quarter with the score Dawson Eagles 38 to the North Shore Mustangs 33.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. Friday night, win or go home. The energy in this gym is off the charts right now. Cheerleaders are flipping. It's a great show on and off the court. So, man, this is what it's all about with 6 seconds left for somebody's season. It's going to all come down to this. And Dawson, it looked like they could have maybe gone into this maybe 55, 56 range, but North Shore has bogged down. This is the type of game where they feel like they can win this, and all they have to do is complete a couple of consecutive stops in a row, get more good offensive flowing like they've been able to do. The most impressive offense I've seen so far at the point of the season, coming at the most crucial time for the Mustangs.
So Paul and I were watching it in shoot around. They were doing the defensive pressure, working on it. Here we go again. Dawson trying to get the ball. They pick it up. They bluff. They get it. Oh, they almost steal it. And they're going to call a foul there on Tia Bass. Whoa, they had an opportunity to get the ball back.
Yeah, and they've been winning all these 50-50 balls and the pressure right here. Unable to get that one. That's a big-time foul call right there. Just going over the back. That is the right call, but that would have been a big turnover because they had numbers.
Tia Bass picks up her third foul. She's got 7 points on the night. Keetro Burrow now with 10 points for the North Shore Mustangs. She has scored 5 points here in the second half. She does still have 3 fouls. Playing a great game here down low. Getting passes from the North Shore Mustang guards down low to Keetro Burrow. So we're passing the ball into Ford. Ford way in the backcourt. Being guarded now by Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, this is what you want right here. Best on your best. Kobe Johnson versus Kendall Ford.
So off to the right side.
Bailey might have sprained her ankle.
Bailey, stop. Give it off to Thomas. Off to Etienne. Etienne guarded by Bailey. Stopped at the free throw line. Over to Mia Barr in the left corner pocket. She's being guarded tightly by Coleman. Coleman's great
recovery.
Defensive pressure.
Beautiful.
Kobe Johnson guarding Ford, who's got the ball now on the left wing at the perimeter, trying to drive on Johnson. Trying to go. Nope. And they're going to call a foul on Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson. She had her right there. Played good defense all the way until the shot came down with the arms. Kendall Ford, knowing the time in possession, forcing the official to make a call on that drive. She'll get 2 at the line, and she hasn't scored for quite a while so far.
So she's going to go to the line to shoot. She's only scored 3 points here on the night. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Here comes her first opportunity.
Yeah, if you look at the damage so far, 33 of the 38 points have come from ETN and Levitt. You've limited Ford, but then that's a lot of points that you're giving up to ETN and Levitt with 15 plus at this point of the game. But Ford, she knows that this might be a time where she has to take over as well.
Winner of this game plays Jersey Village next week in the semifinal round action of girls basketball. Here's the second free throw, up, she misses.
Oh my goodness. You don't see a lot of air balls from a star player like that at the free throw line. Just hasn't been able to get good rhythm in this game, but now a crucial possession for North Shore, down by 6, 2-possession game. You've been really passing the ball well on the offensive side. You've been using that high post now. They have somebody guarding that with Keecher Burrow now, but you still need to see if you can find something on the baseline or at the high post free throw line extended.
Bailey looks like she's okay. She doesn't have an injury. Here, pass with a shot, but Burrow with the rebound. Can't get it up. Gets fouled.
Yeah, the extra effort by Burrow, keeping it up right there, putting the pressure on Rachel Brown to have to foul right there. And man, Keecher Burrow, she's having a heck of a second half. If North Shore is able to pull this one off, she's going to be one of the main reasons why with their intensity on the glass. It's so crucial for a team like this that is so undersized. She's keeping possessions alive, and she's going back to the line.
Coach Basin told us the other night that she was one of the main reasons in the beginning of the season with a great scoring outputs. Hasn't really put a ton of points on the boards here in the second half of the season, but she is being a star player here tonight in the playoffs. Makes her first free throw. Second free throw is up and in. She makes them both. It's a 4-point game, 39-35. Here's the pressure again. Throwing down court. Ford's got it. They've got numbers. Down over to Barr in the left corner pocket. Can't make it. Ford with the rebound. Throws her elbows around. Gets the rebound to Thomas. To Barr. Here's a 3 by Levitt. Can't make it either. And Janiah Coleman comes down with it.
Well, that possession right there is Janiah Coleman. The recovery, trying to defend and contest that corner 3. Barr has been off the whole night, 0 for 4. Usually one of their best shooters. Got away with one right there. This might have been a turnover on this side, but you have numbers.
Janiah Coleman down low to Bass. Oh, to Burrow. Couldn't get it. But Bass gets the rebound. Bass has got it. Burrow's got it. We're going to call
a
timeout by Coach Basin.
Yeah, I would have called a timeout if I was Coach Basin as well. That play was going nowhere, and good job at the hustle, keeping that possession alive. He's commending his team, and man, what a response. Looked like it could have been game and lights out in the third quarter. What a way to have your other players besides Kobe Johnson step up in that moment. That's a key stretch in that third quarter. The whole reason why they're in this game is because of that 9-0 run that they were able to do that closed the third quarter with Kobe Johnson on the bench. But then Kobe Johnson, she matched the intensity to start the fourth quarter. That's what you have to do when your season's on the line. You don't want your season to end as a senior. You want to keep it prolonged, and she's matched the intensity and kept it going, and that's why it's a 4-point game.
I tell you what, Paul, just looking at the benches where we're sitting, the intensity level on the North Shore bench is incredibly excited, where the Dawson Eagle bench looks a little bit more calmer. Gary Douglas having a conversation with his team, but the North Shore bench is definitely more hyped up here at the moment, down by 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, there's definitely more concern for Dawson because they played them early in the season and they won by 23, and it could have looked like that if they kept going like they were in the third quarter. But North Shore they played into North Shore's type of game. This is the type of game that North Shore can win, and they can kind of muddy a win through this because we've seen it, and we've all through this season. 15-2 in games where they hold their opponents to 40 points or less. They're at 39 right now, so they're getting on the cusp of it. If you hold them to that low 40s range, you have a really good shot if you're North Shore. Really big out-of-bounds possession coming out of the timeout right here.
Coleman trying to throw the ball out. Gives it to Bailey. Bailey's got it at the top of the key. Over to Johnson on the right side.
She got the mismatch. She should drive.
To Coleman on the left side. Coleman back to Bailey. Bailey over to Johnson. Johnson's being guarded by Barr. 5-3. She puts it up. Oh, can't put it up and in.
Yeah, and she did the right play, though. Getting to her left side. She had the mismatch on Barr. Barr can't stay in front of her. Gets to the line. And once again, we haven't talked about it enough. North Shore, they're not really good at the line, but they've been hitting their looks at the line, and especially at the playoffs, we talked about it. It's the most crucial time to hit your free throws. She has to step up right now.
This has been the big thing here tonight. She does make the first free throw. They're 7 of 9, where Dawson is 6 of 13 from the free throw line. That's what's hurt them here this evening.
In the third quarter, we didn't think I was going to be much of a factor when it be a 5-11 when they were up by 13, but now coming back into this ball game, that's one of the reasons why North Shore's back in it.
Down by 2.
Wow.
Every bucket, every basket. One team closer to the play in Jersey Village next week. Here's Kendall Ford on the right side, being guarded by Coleman tightly. Now Bailey comes out on her as well. She's on the baseline.
She stepped
and
out
she
of bounds.
steps out of bounds. It's North Shore ball.
And the one thing in this press that they've been doing is the Dawson Eagles have been able to break the press, but the recovery and getting back in help has been able to get them out of rhythm. And man, what a job of coming back in this fourth quarter. Has a time to maybe tie the game or take the lead. I'm looking for something. They're running a horn set. Maybe Kobe Johnson clearing out for the weak side.
Kobe Johnson on the right side being guarded by Etienne.
Oh, there's the matchup right here.
Bounce behind her back. She's going to put a shot off the glass. Can't make it in. Ford with the rebound. Here comes Ford down the left side being guarded by Johnson. Now Bailey takes her instead. 4 minutes left to play here in the game. Winner plays Jersey Village next week in the quarterfinals.
Another horn set for Dawson.
Johnson steals it. They're on the floor. Do they call jump ball possession? It's going to be Dawson ball with the possession arrow. Great job there, defense there by Kobe Johnson on 4.
Well, again, it's your best against my best. They ran horn set on each side. Kobe Johnson couldn't hit that shot on this side. The player on the game on the Dawson side, Journey Lovett, got a horn set defended by Kobe Johnson, forced the tie ball.
Ford with the ball in the backcourt. Under 4 minutes left to play, down by 2. North Shore scored 10 points here in the second half. Ford trying to drive. She's in the lane. Left hand off the glass. Can't get it. Rebound by Bass.
Great hands by Janiyah Coleman. It looked like Ford could have had an offensive board. Tips it out.
We could tie the game with a shot here. Bass on the right side being guarded here by Lovett. 39-37, Dawson with the lead. Bailey, top of the key, thought about shooting a 3, slows things down, gives it back to Coleman. Coleman being guarded by Barr, the 5'3" senior. Back to Coleman. Coleman's got a step down to Burrow. Burrow's got it. Puts it off the glass. Good! They tie the game!
Great by Shamir Bailey to set a little bit of a ghost screen for Janiyah Coleman to go downhill, finding Burrow right there. Able to get it. Tied ball game. Wow.
And we're going to call a foul there on Johnson. Johnson picks up her second foul. Got a substitution coming in. Aubriana Howard coming in to the game here for...
And you got to commend these guards on the North Shore side, getting into the lane, forcing defenses to collapse, and they've been able to find Keecher Burrow. Keecher Burrow has been camped out at that low block. She's been the recipient of a lot of good passes. Great job of Coleman and Shamir Bailey stepping up right now. And, man, there's been a lot of questions so far on the offensive side. We talked about it. The 17-16 from Etienne and Lovett. That's all the other scores of the game. Ford with only 4 and Howard with only 2. Nobody else has really been able to provide that consistent offense on this side. They might have to go back to Lovett to win this game.
Brooklyn Thomas in the game. She gets the ball. Gives it to Etienne on the top of the key. Being guarded by Bass. Goes around to Ford. Runs into a Ford screen. Doesn't call. Ford's got the ball. Takes a 5-footer off the glass and in.
That's calm under pressure right there. Playing off of 2 feet, getting it off the glass.
Breaks a 6-0 run by North Shore. Coleman down low to Burrow. Burrow can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds.
A little bit too fast for Burrow. I like the idea by Coleman. It was there. She had the good seal. If she had her hands on it in time, it would have been an easy finish and tied it once again.
Dawson 41, North Shore 39. Pressure in the backcourt. Ford stuck in the backcourt. They're going to call a timeout by Gary Douglas. He saw Ford was struggling along the baseline there with 2:36 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Paul and I are going to stick it right here. Some amazing fourth quarter action. In the second half here, the North Shore Mustangs have scored 23 points to the Dawson Eagles 13. Faith Etienne, who's been one of the main scorers in the game for the Dawson Eagles, has not scored here in the fourth quarter. She's still with 17 points. But Keetro Burrow for the North Shore Mustangs, she is on fire with 14 points here in the game. Tia Bass has been playing an excellent game as well, scoring 7 points in the game for the North Shore Mustangs. The main point, though, Paul, I will say that is the main feature here. North Shore, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Dawson, 6 of 13.
Well, we've had the pleasure of covering North Shore this whole season, and they're not particularly a really good three-point shooting nor a free throw shooting team, but they've been able to knock down some big-time threes, and they've been able to convert at the line, and that's what you have to do in a game like this when you're facing a good opponent like Dawson. You have to be able to convert your open looks and convert at the line, and they've been doing that. And, man, if you told me at the start of the second half that they've outscored Dawson 23-13, I wouldn't have believed it with the way it started, but good job on North Shore clawing themselves back in.
Etienne runs all the way down the left side of the baseline, almost stolen by Isaiah Jackson. No, ball's on the ground. Brooklyn Thomas gets the ball for the Dawson Eagles. Ford's got it.
Man, that's big. That 50-50 ball won by the Eagles, saving a possession.
Dawson with the lead, 2-point lead, 41-39. They bounce it. They throw it out of bounds.
And
It's North Shore ball.
I don't know what Kendall Ford is doing, picking her dribble all the way up 35 feet away from the basket. She has Shamir Bailey on her, but I think she can still try to move around her. She tried to set up her teammate Lovett, but then goes out of bounds. Not a really good pass, setting up an opportunity for North Shore to tie it.
Keetro Burrow back in the game for Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson was in there for her defense. Keetro Burrow in for her low post presence. Sharman Bailey picks up the dribble way too far out. Gives it to Bass on the left side. Bass being guarded by Lovett. She picks up her dribble to Burrow at the top of the key. Bass, she's driving. She's in the lane. The right hand off. Can't do it. Can't get the rebound by Johnson. And we're going to have a foul.
And I don't think Bass realized how open she was when she was driving down the middle of the lane. Just overshot it. Good job on Kobe Johnson. She had hands on it to corral the offensive board. Poked away, commits the foul. But now you have a chance to set up your defense and offensive substitution by Coach Basin, putting in, getting Keetro Burrow out the game as well. She's in a little bit of a foul trouble. You have to save her for the last stretch of this game.
Kobe Johnson picks up her third foul, 8 points on the game. Isaiah Jackson comes back in for Keetro Burrow. They're doing the pressure. Way down at the other end is Brooklyn Thomas being guarded here by Tia Bass. And they're going to call a... Sharman Bailey was on the ground, and they're going to call a foul on Bailey.
They're going to call a tangle up right there, but I thought Ford might have wrapped and maybe had a hook and hold on Bailey, but that will put him in the bonus with 1:52 left. So big time free throws for Ford, who went 1 for 2 the last time. But man, Shamir Bailey took the brunt of that hit. From this vantage, we have an aerial view right here, bird's eye view. That looked like a hook and hold, and usually you can review that in college. Right now, you don't have that luxury.
So 1:52, she shot an air ball on her last free throw attempt. She's 2 for 4 from the line. Here's her first free throw. She makes that one. She has 7 points on the night. Keetro Burrow coming back into the game for Isaiah Jackson. So 3-point lead now for the Dawson Eagles. She's got her second opportunity to shoot the free throw. Kobe Johnson and Keetro Burrow down low. Fighting already with Brooklyn Thomas. Second free throw is up and good. Makes them both. She's got 8 points. Gives them a 4-point lead for the Dawson Eagles.
Kobe Johnson's calling for it right now. She wants this matchup. I think she can take her.
She's got Etienne on her. Gives it to Sharman Bailey. 1:40 left to play. 4-point lead for the Dawson Eagles. Bailey over to Coleman on the left side. Coleman being guarded by Mia Barr. Back to Johnson. Johnson with Etienne. She's driving. She puts it off the glass. Can't get it. Keetro Burrow gets the rebound. Gives it off to Bailey. Bailey steps in. Back to Coleman. Over to Bass. Bass at the top of the key. 1:21 left to play.
They missed the initial kick out of Keetro Burrow's offensive rebound. Bass was wide open for a three. They pull it back out. They're trying to get a good look. Have to get some off-ball movement going, though.
Bass driving on Ford. Puts it off the glass. Can't do it. But Burrow gets the rebound. Can't get it. And Ford gets it back instead.
Wow, and she tried to pin it off the body of Ford. That would have been a tie possession rewarded back to the Mustangs. But now killing crucial clock as they're up by 4.
1 minute left to play. Ford down the lane. She's going to lose the ball. Mia Barr gets the ball back. We're under a minute to play. 4-point lead. And Bass gets a foul, fouls Etienne.
Yeah, now's a crucial play right there. Burrow, has been big on the offensive glass. She got yet another look right there, but she missed the opposite side. Bass was wide open for a 3, and she's been knocked down from that 45. It would have been a huge shot right now, but then now you put them in the bonus. More free throws once again for the Eagles as they try to extend this lead.
She makes her first free throw. Etienne does. She's 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Gives her 18 points on the night. Coming into the game for the North Shore Mustangs, Brelone Anderson and Asia Torres coming into the game for Janiyah Coleman and Tia Bass.
I like the substitution by Curtis Basin, just putting his best shooters on the floor, knowing that if you get a dribble drive, hopefully you have the defense collapse, so you kick it out for a 3.
She makes both free throws. It's a 6-point lead now for the Dawson Eagles. Under a minute left to play. Who's going to play Jersey Village next week? Sharman Bailey's got the ball, being guarded by Etienne. Over to Johnson on the right side. We're far out. We're at 39 seconds left to play. Asia Torres trying to get it down low to Burrow. Burrow puts it off the glass. Can't make it. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson puts it up. She can't get it in. Burrow puts it up. She's fouled.
Man, and I didn't think it was going to be this tonight, where North Shore has been dominating the glass on both sides. Good job on Kobe Johnson and Keetro Burrow, keeping possessions alive. They had a couple of looks, could have gotten in one opportunity to go down, but Keetro Burrow once again at the line for 2 big-time free throws, trying to cut this down to a 4-point lead. More offensive, defensive substitutions as you're trying to keep these players in the game who are in foul trouble.
Keetra Burrow, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. She's got 14 points. Here's her first free throw, up and good. Coming into the game for the North Shore Mustangs, Tia Bass, Jedi Coleman, and Isaiah Jackson.
And one of the things whenever you have the ability to make your free throw and set up your press, you have the possession arrow in your favor. One of the things that doesn't get looked on whenever you're able to set the press, you don't need a foul. This is going to be a fouling game, so you can extend it as Keetra Burrow misses the first one. But you have time to maybe set up a trap, but you don't need a foul immediately.
But we do have a foul by Tia Bass. Tia Bass picks up her 4th foul. Going to put Etienne back to the line. Etienne 5 of 6 with 19 points on the night. 26 seconds left to play in the game. Dawson with the lead, 45-40. Winner plays Jersey Village next week. So in the game here at the moment for the North Shore Mustangs, Kobe Johnson, Keetra Burrow, Brelone Coleman, Asia Torres, and Charmin Bailey. For the Dawson Eagles, Kendall Ford, Mia Barr, Journey Lovett, Brooklyn Thomas, and Faith Etienne, who makes her first free throw, gives her 20 points on the night. She's 6 of 7 from the free throw line. The most consistent free throw shooter here tonight for the Dawson Eagles. Second free throw, bounces around and good.
There needs to be some urgency from the Mustangs pushing this ball.
7-point lead, 25 seconds left to play. They got to go quickly across the court. They're taking way too much time. 20 seconds left to go. Johnson with the ball, guarded by Ford. She's driving in the lane, puts her right hand up and in, can't make it. And the rebound by Etienne, and coming down the sideline, and fouled by Bailey. 12 seconds left to play. 7-point lead for the Dawson Eagles with Etienne going to the line to shoot 2. She's 7 of 8 from the line. Boy, Paul, this game was down by 2. No, actually, the game was tied, and she makes the first free throw.
And this could be all she wrote right now as Dawson is converting at the line. A good look for Kobe Johnson going down the middle of the lane. Just hasn't been able to get some of these looks that she has whenever she's down there to go down. But Keetra Burrow, you got to commend her effort fouling out of this game. Coach Curtis Basin giving her a hug, commending her effort tonight. Man, she played one heck of a game, getting them back into this game in the second half. They're able to knock down 2 for 2 right here, and it's looking all academic with a 9-point lead with 12 seconds left.
Yep, they went on a 10-1 run here at the moment. Bailey with the ball, top of the key, over to Brelone Anderson for 3. Can't make it, and that's going to be the ball game here tonight. The Dawson Eagles are moving on and playing the Jersey Village Falcons next week. Paul and I will be right back here for the post-game show here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Well, the final score here tonight in the area 2026 UIL Class 6A Region 3 Division 1 playoff game. The Dawson Eagles with the victory, 49 to the North Shore Mustangs 40 here. Paul, they went on a 10-1 run in that game.
That was one heck of a game, and if that's what the rest of playoff basketball is going to look like, sign me up. Great job of North Shore making this a ball game in the second half. It looked like Dawson could have ran away with it and made it like the first matchup when they won by 23. But, man, what a job by Keetra Burrow, Tia Bass, really in that second half, bringing this squad back to a tied ball game. They had a couple of chances where they could have tied it up, just didn't hit those shots. But, man, this was a really good second half to watch basketball and call. Fans got into it. And, man, you can see why Dawson is a team that is a threat. They didn't have their full team production as you would account for them tonight. But, man, they have stars on that side with Etienne and Lovett providing 39 of their 49 points tonight. They're going to need Ford to step up a little bit as the playoffs go on. But, man, that's a team that to look out for. And everybody's looking at a potential Summer Creek versus Dawson regional final. And it will be a matchup of last year's regional final. But, man, got to commend the effort of North Shore, keeping this a ball game. Coach Curtis Basin rallying his troops in that second half. Whatever he said at halftime worked. Great season on their end. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, when Paul and I come back, we will ask Paul to give us his game balls from tonight's playoff action, where, again, the final score was the Dawson Eagles 49, the North Shore Mustangs 40. You've been listening to playoff basketball here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Final score here from the Clearbrook High School here this evening was the Dawson Eagles 49 to the North Shore Mustangs 40. Dawson Eagles will be taking on the Jersey Village Falcons next week in the semifinal action of UIL Class 6A basketball. Paul, who are you giving your game balls here for tonight's action to?
Yeah, I'll start with the Dawson side. Faith Etienne with a game-high 23 tonight. She did it from in and out. Good outside shots. She spreads the floor so well for her Eagles squad, and there's a lot to look forward to. Her future is really bright, but she's really to step up right now on this deep playoff run that Dawson is trying to go on. And then on the North Shore side, it's been such an honor to cover this North Shore side. They're such a fun team to watch, and I really enjoyed Keacher Burrow, not only tonight, but throughout the whole season. She's played with so much joy. She always has a smile on her face. She's always happy for her teammates, and she had probably one of her best games of the season so far tonight. We didn't track rebounds, but she for sure was close to a double-double. She had 15 tonight, and on the offensive glass, she kept him in the game, creating second-chance opportunities for herself or kicking out to teammates where they were able to convert. And on that side, Coach Curtis Basin, he's done a really good job. Second straight year of getting to the second round of playoffs for this girls squad. Nothing to be ashamed of. They gave all the effort they could tonight. They showed resiliency whenever this game looked out of the question. Great job of making that a second half, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Faith Etienne, 9 of 10 from the free throw line to add to her 23 points on the night. Keatro Burrow, for all the games Paul and I have watched, she was a leading scorer tonight with 15 points, where Kobe Johnson, normally the leading scorer, with only 8.
Yeah, a little bit of an off game for Kobe Johnson. She was forcing a little bit in the first half, and then she obviously didn't play much in the third quarter and then got put back in the ball game in the fourth. But this was a game where I said it has to be also on the defensive side, and I think she also stepped on the defensive side as well. She had the assignment of Ford, and she held her own with Ford as well. So a good job of Kobe Johnson. Keep your head up. This was a good game for her to close out her career at North Shore. She has much to look forward to whenever she goes to UTEP next year.
So join Paul and I on Monday night for playoff action happening at 6 p.m. where the North Shore Mustang boys will be playing their first round action, 28-6, versus the Clear Spring Chargers, 25-8. Paul, have you done any research on this game yet, by any chance?
A little bit, but all I know is if you have a guy like Christian Gibson, that's a guy that you can lean on to take you all the way to San Antonio, and you need one of those guys whenever you're trying to go on this long playoff run. Good job by Stephen Woods, just getting all of his guys ready for a deep playoff run. They're one of the most exciting teams in this city that a lot of people are looking forward to start for the UIL 6A playoffs.
Dawson Eagles will be taking on Jersey Village next week in the semifinal action. For Paul and I, for Paul Sanchez, I'm Jeff Kemps. The final score here tonight, the Dawson Eagles 49, the North Shore Mustangs 40. You've been listening to Playoff Girls Basketball on the Legacy Sports Network. Join Paul and I on Monday night at 6 p.m. Have a good evening.
You've been listening to Houston Area High School Basketball on the Legacy Sports Network. Copyright 2026.